Exactly here, and this is the Black Genocide versus the Asian Genocide. Now, this doesn't mean all Asians. This means just one in particular, and I'll get to that in 1 second. I just want to explain the reason why I'm making this video, and I will be making other ones like it, so just look for them here and there. But basically, why I'm bringing this up is because I want to show that black people are always not at the bottom, or we're not the only ones doing it. I mean, the one reason why we don't know a lot of shit that goes on is because, for example, most of the knowledge that I know on this kind of topic is that I'm around a lot of Asians. I've been, kind of exposed to a lot of their culture and just did a little bit more research. And I have all kinds of Asian friends, Thai, Japanese, Korean, blah, 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 so forth and so forth, right? They're married, they have kids, but I've known them since college, things like that. So, they tell me things, right? And what I'm trying to do in this video is inspire some of you or to give hope to some of you that things are not always as bleak as they seem. This is just propaganda to make you feel bad, to make you feel like you're dying out when it simply is not true compared to other people. And that's one thing that black people need to do. They need to take off the fucking blinders and look around because some people have it much worse than us, you know. Now, I've seen a couple of videos where some people talk about the Black Genocide, and it's because like black men are, having sex with, and having kids out of wedlock with, other races and stuff like that. So they're not true black, which I find fucking bullshit. Nobody else wants them. They pretty much look black. They're pretty much gonna act black. So you might as well just call them fucking black. I mean, it's no fucking big deal to me, you know. To me, it's your actions, more than just, he's half or what. I mean, that's just trivial shit, you know. How do they treat you and how do they treat our community, you know? Because you can have somebody as black as Wesley Snipes, but if they don't act like they're down with the race, like in any facet, they don't have to be hardcore, but any facet, then, they might as well be white or something else, right? So, um, there's other things saying like, the only threat we really have from a genocide point of view is AIDS. But if you really notice, and black people are survivors, it's like AIDS has been around since what, the 90s? And that sort of thing. And our population is maintained. I mean, right now you hear mostly about AIDS in Africa. It's that kind of rampant. It's still sad because it's over there and they don't have the kind of medical things that are going on there. So globally, yes, that's probably our biggest thing, but even that is somewhat maintainable, but not compared to the Chinese. And we're talking about China. So any of you can type this up. This is an article that came out April 11th, 2009. It is called Sex Ratio in China as Boys Outnumber Girls by 32 Million. That's right, 32 million. Now, before I go into that, let me just do some simple little psychology, just ideology. China, as well as India, has 1 billion people. Now, do you honestly think, now think about this, do you honestly think that everybody is fucking married? Do you think there are no single mothers there? Now, if you type single mothers or single Chinese mothers, what you're going to get is very little information. They've tried to do that. Some European companies have tried to, and even some Americans. And all they keep saying is that we can't get hardcore numbers. It's because they're trying to cover that shit up. You know what I mean? They don't want you to know. But think about it. 1 billion fucking people and everybody's married like it's a fucking utopia. That is a pipe dream. That is a lie. That is a lie. There are fucking Chinese women with 3 babies out there busting ass with 2 jobs just like black women. But there's much more. So what the fuck is really going on, right? But going to this article now is saying that there are 32 million more boys than girls in China. Really. And that it will even get worse in the next 20 years. And that China could not escape the fate of the failed one-child policy. Now, this was a policy that was like over 40 years ago. I remember that because they were trying to keep their population under control, right? But this one-child policy for the whole nation has just blew up in their face like a nuclear bomb. It is terrible. China went from the average number of children in Chinese family has fallen from 5.9, that's almost 6 children for every family, right? Because they're not using condoms at all. At all. You think they're going to use condoms? Please. Billion people. Has fallen from 5.9 to 1.7 in the past 40 years. 40 years. Right? So now they have an excess of 32 million men that are out there who cannot find girls. So who's got the bigger genocide that's going on right now? Who needs to find a Chinese girl and start making babies? They do. But when you go into the internet, what do you see? You see Asian brides, Chinese brides, right? They don't even want their men. That's the biggest thing too, is that when it comes interracially, the number one person or the number one, slot, male or female, are Asian women. Now you can go in between there and pick, is it Chinese, is it Japanese, is it Thai, is it Korean, but make no mistake, a lot of them are so influenced by the media and by these movies of their white knight that they'll leave their own men, in great numbers. You know what I mean? So this has just blew up in their face. Basically, are they, they're saying in the next 20 years, they're going to have a real problem. What are they going to be like as a people, right? They're saying that by 2020, that it'll be a demographic time bomb. Demographic time bomb. Just a land of boys. And so maybe they will start going to black girls. I don't know. But basically, that little bit of information I wanted to share with you black people, that there is not a black genocide. At least we are reproducing. Hey, they might not be 100% black like some people are like super serious about, but they are black. Like I said, to me, it depends on that. And you just gotta stop, taking taking these numbers and believing what they give you. Because think about it. We don't own anything in this country as far as power and able to do that. It's fucking America and the media, both, right? They always use black people as a scapegoat, and they always talk about black women as single mothers and black men. And look at this shit here. Another country who were left on their own, and they basically have a demographic time bomb on their hands. We're 12 to 14%. There are more single white women than there are fucking, black women. You know what I'm saying? Just by demographics alone. I mean, because look at shit like Wyoming, Hawaii, Alaska, Montana. Those whole states are filled up with white people. And you're telling me all those people are married? Fucking bullshit. The numbers aren't there because just like in China, they have abortions. And they can have abortions without it being reported. It's that ours are reported because we have to go someplace pretty much public. But if we were in charge of shit, we could create our own identity and own positivity like these other people are doing. So it's not single mother, black women epidemic or all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a black genocide. We are surviving. We're going to continue to reproduce. In fact, reproduce more. I would say just 2 or 3, as much as you can handle. You don't want to go out of control too much. You know what I'm saying? But just letting you know, black people, we're not the bottom of the barrel on this. We are not dying out. We are not going to die out. All right. Exactly.